Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome. I am Badruddin Muhammad and you're watching the English news program on Somaliland National Television. These are the main stories making headlines. The Minister of Interior, Mr. Ali Mohammed Warnadeh, and his delegation arrived at Hargeisa, capital city, through Igal International Airport. Somaliland community celebrates Sheffield's local council recognition to Somaliland. US denies coup on Twitter made to stir unrest. The Minister of Interior, Mr. Ali Mohammed Warnadeh, and his delegation arrived at Hargeisa, capital city, through Igal International Airport. The minister, alongside with Somaliland Army Chief Ismail Mohammed Shagalleh and Somaliland Police Chief Abdullahi Fadl Iman, have been in an official business in Djibouti for a week.
The Minister of Interior, Mr. Ali Mohammed Warnadeh, and his delegation arrived at Hargeisa, capital city, through Igal International Airport. The minister, alongside with Somaliland Army Chief Ismail Mohammed Shagalleh and Somaliland Police Chief Abdullahi Fadl Iman, have been in an official business in Djibouti for 1 week. The two governments, Somaliland and the Djibouti interior ministers, were reported to have had lengthy meeting discussing new strategies that will contribute to strengthening peace and security in the Horn. At the airport, the delegation was welcomed by members from Somaliland cabinet, including the Vice Minister of Interior Affairs, Asman Garad Sove, the Vice Minister of Information, Culture and National Guidance, Abdulwahid Abdul Qadir Abdurrahman, Deputy Chief of Somaliland Police, Abdurrahman Liban Fohle, and prominent cultural leaders. The Minister of Interior, Mr. Ali Mohammed Warnadeh, who was leading the delegation, held a press conference at Igal International Airport, and he stated that the Djibouti government have shown a close and friendly relations to Somaliland government, and he especially praised the President of Djibouti, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, and his cabinet minister for showing commitment in strengthening security, socio-economic and society friendship with Somaliland government. The minister in addition announced that the two countries managed to come into a security measures agreement that will allow the two parties to share and commonly coordinate national threat.
Somaliland community in Sheffield overwhelmingly celebrated Sheffield's local council recognition to Somaliland government's sovereignty. Our reporter, Adam Mohammed Isman, has this report.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Adam Mohammed Usman. I'm here today at Sheffield City Council, where the local council have today voted on a right to recognise Somaliland. It's a fantastic move from the local constituents here in Sheffield, who've taken upon themselves to lobby their local council to take the argument to Central Parliament. As you can see behind me, there's the entire Somaliland community, I think, of Sheffield and more, arriving here today in joyous celebration. We also have the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mohammed Bihi Yunus, and the Minister of Energy and Minerals. I'm here with Hawiye Warsame, who's a member of the diaspora, who's travelled all the way from Manchester to be here today in Sheffield and to share in the jubilous celebrations here at the vote cast at Sheffield City Council. Hawiye, could you give us an idea into what your feelings are today and what are you thinking?
First of all, as a British citizen, I'm very proud today that the Somaliland has come to Sheffield City Council and they've actually taken us into account. It's the first step forward and inshallah many more to come. So as a Somaliland, my feeling today is very, very proud. There you go.
Thank you. Could you please give us an idea into your thoughts on the events today?
Today's events were overwhelmingly satisfactory. Finally, after a long campaign, we managed to get some recognition by some state within the United Kingdom. Hopefully this will be the first step for progression and hopefully to completely get the recognition of Somaliland within the international society. And I am very, very excited. I want to congratulate all the Somalilanders, wherever they are, wherever they live today. And I say, God help us all. And we have suffered, we have persevered, and we're going to come through.
Could you give us an idea into what your thoughts are on the events today?
I think the events are, inshallah, it will help us get recognition throughout the UK. Sheffield's a great place to start, and inshallah, onwards and upwards for Somaliland.
And here are your thoughts, please.
And yeah, I also think I think Sheffield's a great place to start because it has a large Somali community, and I think that it should also help in spreading the word throughout England that Somaliland is a different place and it should be recognised as such.
I'm here with Councillor Mohammed Maruf, who was one of the leading members of the City Council in order to get this process or the events today underway. Could you give us some idea, Councillor, into how the events of today came to play?
I am so proud that in my ward there's a large Somaliland community lives in my ward, where I have a friendship with them, where I have a very close working relationship with them, and they all have lobbied me to ask me and explain to me what is the issue of the Somaliland. I have read, I have made my own research, and then I thought then the international law requires from a state to be recognized, and when you have population, when you have territory, when you have sovereignty, when you have elected government, when you have ability to have a communication or relationship with other world, so all those requirements you have fulfilled. And in the last 23 years you have shown the capability, you have shown the competency, that you are competent people who can run your country on your own. And I congratulate and I am so grateful to the councillors who have given me wholehearted support for today's motion, and the notice motion has been passed, and now I think my city has taken the lead. We have made the history. This is the first English council who has passed the notice of motion, and I believe that many others will follow the same precedent.
Similarly, Somaliland community living in different cities inside Somaliland have shown their respect and admiration to Somaliland government. This is after the news of Somaliland recognition by Sheffield Local Council came out.
On last Wednesday, April the 2nd, Sheffield Local Council announced a heroic decision as they have shown the world their conclusion of defining Somaliland government as an independent state from Somalia. This news can simply be described as the best news ever heard by Somaliland community. This community is estimated to exceed 3 million people according to the last registration in 2008, and yet their existence was so far denied by the world. Somaliland citizens from different districts and regions are conveying their congratulations and admiration to the Somaliland government led by the President Ahmed Mahmoud Silayo. Local politicians describe this national achievement as a community-driven and encourage Somaliland diaspora offices to follow suit and advocate for Somaliland case in all platforms. Citizens from Odweyne district, Erigabo, Berbera and Bur'o cities have also expressed this common joy. People were celebrating, driving their vehicles around the cities and reconstructing their hope for international recognition of Somaliland government.
The Executive Secretary of Berbera Local Council, Mr. Suhaib Muhammad Ali, held a press conference at Berbera where he discussed local council's achievements and plans.
The Executive Secretary of Berbera Local Council, Mr. Suhaib Muhammad Ali, held a press conference at Berbera where he discussed local council's achievements and plans. Mr. Suhaib highlighted that they have contributed to the reduction of unemployment by employing skilled and qualified employees at Berbera Local Council. In addition, he stated that the office delivered quality-paid services unlike before to the community, where they have improved the socio-economic situation of the vulnerable households in Berbera. Mr. Suhaib also added that they have established a whole new firefighting department that will deal with fire in the city. The Executive Secretary was asked about the habitual line hostility in the Berbera city, and he claimed that this is an epidemic problem, and even the Berbera Local Council have brought into being mitigating strategy to deal with this problem. At the conclusion, he assured that this office will continue providing quality service to citizens, services that will contribute to the socio and economic development of the city. Since the new local elected members of the council came to office, the city seemed to experience prominent steps towards development.
You are still watching the English news program on Somaliland National Television, the only Somali-speaking channel with an English news program. And now for our international headlines in detail. US denies coup on Twitter made to stir unrest. US admits funding Twitter-like service in Cuba, but denies it was designed to push people toward political dissent.
The US government created a service similar to Twitter in Cuba in a discreet operation intended to promote democracy in the communist-ruled island, officially said, but denied that the 1.2 million efforts was aimed at fomenting unrest. The program, whose existence was first reported by the Associated Press news agency on Thursday, was run by the U.S. Agency for International Development (USAID), which normally delivers aid to the world's poor, and was discontinued in 2012. State Department spokeswoman Maria have said the program was neither sacred nor covert. Under the U.S. government's definitions of those terms, discreet does not equal covert, have told a news briefing. Have said this democracy promotion program created a platform similar to Twitter and was carried out under a 3-year grant totaling $1.2 million and was created using subcontractors and foreign punks. We did not supply political content. We did not drive the political content, have said. Although she added that the initial communication is made over the network on subjects like sports and the weather were made by the US-funded contractors. So this is solely for the purpose of creating a platform for Cubanos to express themselves, which has long been the policy of the United States Congress, and many other people in this country. The AP report said the program was designed to get around Cuba's strict internet prohibition using secret shell companies financed through foreign punks. The report said US aid was carefully to hide US ties to the project and used companies in Spain and the Cayman Islands to conceal the money trail. In 2-year project drew 40,000 users who did not know the communication network was devised by a US agent and also did not know their personal information was being gathered. Hart said, "Notion that we are somehow trying to foment unrest, that we were trying to advance a specific political agenda or points of view, nothing could be farther from the truth. The confrontation between the United States and Cuba is one of the world's last Cold War era disputes, and Washington has maintained an embargo on the communist country since 1962.
That's the end of our news. Thank you for watching. Until next time, fi amanillah.